Well, speaking of communicating, we know we have some more questions.
All right.
Let's go answer a few. Back with Smokey and Laura and Benny and Eric and Tom. We have the whole gang here. What are we hearing, Nick?
Oh, we had a great question from Devin from the Zuni Elementary School in New Mexico. And he would like to know, what do we use besides water to put out a wildfire?
Well, that's a very good question.
What do we use? Yeah.
We have, most of the time we use hand tools, so we use shovels and Pulaskis as another tool. It's an axe and a picks on one side, or a hoe. And we dig the hand line, we use bulldozers, we use the engines obviously. We have air tankers, so we use aerial retardant out of those air tankers, and then we also have helicopters that we can use.
Wow, so
there's a whole gamut of those things as well.
Excellent. What else, Nick?
There was a question that had to do with, since we're in such cool weather right now, they asked, is there ever fires in snow, and does that ever put them out? And so I could answer that question. We had a fire just last winter that there was snow still on the ground, but patches of open grass in between, and the fire was spotting from one open patch of grass to another through the snow. So yes, they can burn in the snow as long as the fuels are dry in between. Okay. And doesn't necessarily mean that just because there's snow on the ground that fire can't burn beneath the ground in the root systems and dead logs.
Okay, Tom and Eric, Nick mentioned spotting. Fires don't just burn in one continuous line. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Sure, for spotting, we see it pretty commonly on fires that are wind-driven. When you have fuels that are burning and you have wind pushing it, you'll have embers from the main fire and it'll push well out ahead of itself. And that becomes really problematic for us because we're not dealing with just one fire now, we're dealing with several fires, and it makes suppression on those fires very difficult. So definitely terrain can do that a little bit, but our main driving force for spotting is definitely wind.
And we can get some heavy winds, right, Tom?
Well, that's why on these large fires, we actually send IMETs, incident meteorologists, go out onto the fire with the crews. And that way they have someone to give them a heads up to know what the wind potential is for the day, which helps them to understand what kind of spotting potential there is with the fire.
Okay, and we have time for one more, I think.
Logan Ramirez, and I'm trying to find his spot here, but he asked a very good question about where do firefighters stay during a fire and how do they stay safe?
Oh yeah, we've seen all those pictures. Laura, where do they stay?
Sure, well, firefighters will stay usually in a fire camp, and that basically means that they're sleeping in a tent on the ground in between their 16-hour shift. So they are tired when they get back, they crawl into their tent, and they hit the hay.
I hear they eat a lot too, is that true?
Yes, they eat a lot. We have calorie limits that are provided to them, and I think it's 3,500 calories a day. It's quite a bit. They're working hard, they're burning those calories, and they need to replenish.
Absolutely. All right. Hey, thank you guys for answering all those questions. Keep them coming. We do still have our experts online, so we want to make sure that you get your chances to ask the questions through our website, through our Facebook page, and also through that email address that you've seen on your screen. Here's another fun fact about Smokey.